Then we'll talk for a minute. That'll buy him some time to finish his
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, keep it weird, yeah, keep it loud, yeah. Level up the crowd, yeah. From the shadows to the surface, we ain't backing down. Aliens, conspiracies, what's real, what's feared. Welcome to the show, keeping gaming weird. Joyce legends, late night sessions, minds in overdrive. From response to real talk, yeah, we keep it live. Mental health check, pause the game. Breathing, community strong, yeah, we all gonna win. Who's got the flame? Our flames in the zone. Who's going nuts? Squirrel master on the throne. Pixel to reality, we blur the line. From UF sightings to your favorite grind. Strange worlds, deep dives, late night theories, ghosts in the cold, or just bad memory. Every voice matters, yeah, you're part of the stream. Not just a podcast, this is bigger than a dream. Yeah, 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 yeah. Keep it weird, yeah, keep it loud. Yeah, level up the crowd, and from the shadows to the surface, we ain't backing down. Aliens, conspiracies, what's real, what's fear. You're tuned in now, keeping gaming weird. Every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Yeah, yeah. Don't just play the game, change it. Yeah. Don't just play the game, change it.
What up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Gaming Weird with co-hostess. This is the two of us, Squirrel Master and iFlames. What is up, brother?
Hi, Prod. Hi, Prod. How's it going?
What's up, Prod? What's
Sorry,
up, Prod?
I was a little overtaken by that. I don't know what to do with myself
What's
now.
up, Cat?
I
Show
was
me your
here.
hand.
I
Show
was
me your
here.
fucking hand. Show me your hand.
I am.
No, you're not. Where's your other hand at? All right. What do you do with your
I
hands
drink.
now?
I drink like this. I got a haircut, dude. You ready for
Yeah.
the big reveal? You ready?
Let's do it.
Ready? You
Let's do
ready?
it.
What's up, Mambo? He's in the back, dude, chilling. Wah, wah. Not bad, right? It's not bad. He said that
Nah,
my
looks
bald
good,
spot
looks
was.
good, looks good,
Look,
looks
on a
good.
scale. Okay. Look. Honestly, I'm gonna mess up the back. All right. On a scale of like, let's start at 5 because of 1, dude. I know everybody's gonna say 1. So 5 to 10. How much is my bald spot being covered up now?
A 5 to a 10. 10 being the most covered up, or 1 being the most covered up?
No. 10 because we're not starting at 1. 1 would be the least, but we're starting at least 5. So I feel good about myself.
I would say a 5.
Fuck! I can't even get a better than a 5. Was starting at a 5. This is bullshit, dude. I fucking quit, dude.
No, I'll give you like a
2.5.
6.5.
On a scale from 5 to 10, you give me a 2.5. Nice, appreciate it.
6.5. That's it.
Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing? He's doing good. And what are you up to? Not much. We're doing this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than that, but yeah, go ahead. I don't know. You're riding bikes. If you want to say hi and stuff, looks like Rebel's ready now back there. So he's like doing jumping jacks in the backstage. I can see him.
Yeah, he's like doing a helicopter and stuff.
Yeah,
So
he's
weird.
like standing up.
What's up, Negli?
He's like, yeah, he's going helicopter. I heard him before we started. He was doing it. I heard it. What's up, Negli? I was checking out Negli's stream before. But yeah, go ahead. Introduce him and go ahead.
Yeah, we have RebelCowboy on. He's a streamer on TikTok and a proclaimed COD professional. Former bull rider, right? Did you do? Let me just bring him on. Then we ask him. But let's get him on here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Did you ride bull or did you ride steers too?
I rode everything. Started from the time I was 5 years old. Cheat, moved my way up,
Okay.
Climbed the ranks.
Yeah.
Yep, did a little bit of everything.
Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome. Can't hear you, Squirrel.
Because I muted myself so I didn't overtalk you. Fucking great. No, every time I've came in your Discord and he's talked, I've never said this. I had an old buddy of mine, Clinton from Texas, right? And I swear, dude, his voice, I almost asked him if he was Clint when I first met him. Like, whenever I first came in your Discord, then I realized it wasn't because his camera was on. But I was going to be like, Clint? Bro, I swear, dude, he sounds just like him if I could get his voice to go. Who's the white boy?
Mamba.
That's Mamba. The white boy is Mamba. Anyway.
Mama, go make us some tacos. All of us, everybody in here.
Yeah, man, I want some fajitas too.
Some 6'4" tacos. Mama's.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, sorry. See, that's why I was muted, so I didn't fucking interrupt. Now I did, and you see what happens. It's chaos.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, yes, sir.
Yes,
Chef
sir.
Mamba. Chef Man Bath. There we go.
Chef Man Bath.
There you go.
Chef Man Bath at your service.
Hey, you should start a whole nother channel, Mama. That's Man Bath chefing. You know,
you should.
Boom,
dude. That'd be an instant hit. I would want to see somebody named Man Bath.
You make all fucking just like authentic fucking Mexican food from scratch.
Probably should have moved my camera and my. No, I'm sitting sideways.
Oh, sitting sideways, boys in the days.
Oh, yeah, I'm not on my main monitor.
Sorry, I had to turn my head around backwards for that one.
But yeah, Rebel, appreciate you coming on here. Glad to have you on here, brother.
Good to see you. Sorry, I didn't know you rode bulls. That's cool as shit, though.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, actually, well, can't really see it, but hold on, let me. No, that's not gonna work. But anyways, you know, behind me, behind me, there's it's a case full of my old bull riding gear, like my spurs, my chaps, my vest. You can barely see it. Yeah, I got it on display.
That's cool. How long you did that since you were how old? You said?
From the time I was 5-6 years old. Whenever I was old enough to actually get on an animal and ride, you know. But my dad, my uncle and cousin, they all grew up together riding bulls and stuff. My dad actually has a first place belt buckle. I actually have it now. He gave it to me.
Oh, shit.
He won when he was like 17. Yeah, first place.
Yeah, I got family in Huntsville that did roping. Like they did roping. Yeah, that's all I know. I saw the horses, you know what I mean, and went to their ranch, but that's all I know.
Right. Why does my camera look so sideways? I feel weird
because it's
I feel cut off.
It cuts it down on here. Yeah, I had to get used to it, especially with vertical view. I had to get used to vertical view more than anything because, like, I love it streaming. You know, like on TikTok or Twitch now has vertical, and so does YouTube. You know, but like seeing it with three faces stacked up just looks like a fucking totem pole to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, what in the hell?
We have to talk to each other like this. And you gotta talk to me like this.
Yeah, like this. Yeah. Up and down. It's like it's like the Brady Bunch, dude. If we had 6 guests on here, or 9, how many is on the Brady Bunch? Fucking 3 boys, 3 girls, Alice, and then the 2, and that's 9, right? Because they had Alice on there, right?
Wasn't it? I thought I could have sworn it was 7.
So you had Alice, right? You had Alice. Did you watch? How old are you, Rebel? Before I start getting in here and feeling like I'm really old. Are you below 30? He's muted. Oh, he's not. It was just 20. Oh shit! I feel old as fuck. All right. So do you know what the Brady Bunch is?
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm just fucking.
I grew up. I grew up old school, man. Like my grandma and stuff. I grew up watching westerns and black and white. Yeah, black and white. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So I grew up like Red Skeleton. I don't know why my grandparents love fucking Red Skeleton. That's not even a western, dude. But I swear every old person loved Red Skeleton, right? But anyway, but in like Brady Bunch, isn't it? So it's the mom, the dad, right? And it's 3 boys, 3 girls, right? So that's 8 people. And then Alice, they had in the boxes as well, right? So that'd be 9, right?
Right.
Yeah, 9.
6 kids. So there was 6 kids in the Brady Bunch. And then consisted of 3 boys, 3 girls.
Even the Little House on the Prairie too, dude. Like.
Oh, that was good. You know what's the one with the bear, bro? I can't remember. It was Ben. Was it Ben?
It was 9. It was 9.
Smoky Mount. Was it Smoky something? What the fuck was that show called? But it was about the Smoky Mountains, and it had a bear that would help people, and it was a grizzly bear.
Was it live action?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It wasn't a cartoon. Yeah. I can't remember what the fuck is the name of that show.
Did it have the old man in it?
Oh, dude, it's been so long since I've seen. I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid, bro.
Was it a cartoon?
No. It was live action. Live action bear.
It seemed like I vaguely remember something like that.
And Smoky Mountains. Let me look that up, because that's gonna bother me for the rest of the podcast if I don't look it up. No, I don't even know. Maybe it wasn't in there because I don't see anything there. I don't know, man. I can't remember what it was. I swear there was a bear, because it was the same time as Flipper. Remember the dolphin? Flipper, and then they had Lassie, and then there was a bear. Dude, I'm telling you, there was a bear, and he was with the family. And
what year was it?
Dude, 70s probably, bro. It was like reruns when I was a kid, and I was born 81, so I'm old as shit, I guess, nowadays. I still feel young at heart, though. That's all that matters, right?
Bear show.
Something like that, bro. I swear, dude. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm remembering life all. Maybe the aliens really are here.
Life and Times of Grizzly Adams?
Yep, Grizzly Adams. There you go.
That was easy.
Grizzly Adams.
I was thinking of Grizzly Adams, but I said, ain't that a actor or like a person? Hold up.
Is it? I think it's a bear in there, right? Yeah. So Grizzly Adams had the bear. That was the bear.
Right here.
And I think it was in the Smokies, right? Yeah, I think it was in the Smoky Mountains, dude. Yeah, I used to watch.
I did not think of that. I should have known that. My grandma watched that all the time, dude.
Oh yeah, if you guys haven't yet, hit the like button. Sorry, I said it. I don't know what else to say about things. Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
That's it right there. Yep.
Yep.
That's Grizzly Adams, dude. That show, if you haven't seen it, I don't know if it's still good, because I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But as a kid, it was fantastic. When you said Little House on the Prairie, that's what I thought of.
Yeah.
For some reason, like it's the same.
1977 and ran till 1978. 1 hour episodes.
Yeah. That's all I remember.
I think my all-time favorite movie growing up as a kid is Where the Red Fern Grows.
Really?
I don't think. Yeah. Something about that movie. I was big into coon hunting and stuff growing up too. I had my own dogs, blue ticks.
Thank you, Ranger. Yeah, thanks. Sorry. I just saw Ranger's answer in chat there. He said Grizzly Adams, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely it. Sorry, yeah.
It never even dawned on me to even think about. I mean, there's a bear in it, so.
Well, The Red Fern Grows is a good one. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite movie of all time is Tombstone. Hands down.
Tombstone?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is
I don't know. It's so good, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I could still watch it to today. Yeah. Like all the people that played the characters did them very well in the show, right? Like, I went to Tombstone, Arizona, and it was crazy.
This looks terrifying.
What the fuck is
it's a real show in the 70s.
I'm good on that. Take that down before I have nightmares, dude. I'm good. No, take that away. Take it away. Take that away. Take it away. Cal. There's an old one for you. Calgon, take me away. But yeah, take it away, dude.
Something about those, all that, like, have you ever just been scrolling on TikTok and you go across something that said, this is how Halloween or this is how Christmas was back in the 60s? It's terrifying, dude. Like, I seen the Santa Claus back then. I'm good. And the Easter Bunny.
Dude, I saw that. So being born, like I said, like I'm not like 60s and 70s, right? But 80s, dude, even early 80s, we were terrified of Santa, right? And then you go back and I look at the pictures that I took with that fucking whoever that was.
Let alone the fucking Easter Bunny.
The Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny was fucking terrifying when I was a fucking kid.
Dude, back in the day, we had the Ninja Turtle costumes that had those big plastic masks. We still had those. Like that you had to like with the fucking rubber band would pierce the back of your head, dude. Yeah, dude, with the staples on the side, you had to restaple it.
It was always rubber band, so your fucking hair would get wrapped up in it and shit. Remember the Country Bears?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. That's crazy, bro.
Country Bears and what's not the mama. The fucking
fucking dinosaurs, bro.
Yeah.
That's dude. Dinosaurs is fucking definitely nostalgia. That's still good to go back and watch. Yep. That humor, you realize how good that show really was when you go back and watch it now. Like, for real. Like, that shit still makes me fucking giggle loudly.
100%.
But yeah, so you play COD. Is that all you play? So you're a COD professional, I hear, right? Like you were traveling circuit 91, 92 blockbuster champion, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I mean, I'm not a professional by no means. I mean, am I a sweat? Yes. I will play and get very aggressive. And, but as far as professional, if I was a professional, I wouldn't be working, in the heat. sweating my ass off all the time.
Right.
I'll be like Swag or somebody like that, living in a mansion and shit.
Yeah,
no, I play all sorts of games, but mainly we just like most of our friends, we run COD and stuff. I play a lot of horror games. I like horror games and shit, I'm a big horror fan.
Speaking of horror games, so there you go. So have you ever played the Other Side? Have you ever heard of The Other Side?
I heard of it, never tried it.
All right, so you played Phas, right? Phasmophobia. Yeah. All right, so imagine Phasmophobia on Unreal 5.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And so I'd stream that game on Twitch, and the devs rated my channel. Right?
Really?
Well, they can take control of the game while you're playing it. Those fuckers jump scared me, bro. During my fucking live, I hyperventilated, dude. They waited until chat. So I have like a thing in chat, like a jump scare for channel points, right? Mm-hmm. So they waited, dude. I have this video. It's somewhere on my TikTok, you know what I mean, from a year ago, whatever, right? But whenever the game first came out, but dude, so they waited, and as soon as somebody sent the channel points, they made the fucking entity pop up right in my fucking face too. So it was the one from chat, and then right behind that one from chat was this thing going in my face in Unreal 5, bro. I started like, it wasn't an act. I wish I could act, like when people act like crash outs, dude. I'm over here like, what the fuck? No, I think I even threw my hat. I did something, dude, but it was like, it was pretty fucking bad. But yeah, dude, I don't do well doing horror games, but I like to play them because I scream like a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I play a bunch of them. Like, I don't know if y'all know who Queso is, but Queso, he plays a lot of indie horror games, and I tried out some of the ones he played. They're pretty good, and he gets his ass scared off in those games too.
I think so. Cool.
I like Queso.
Yeah.
I like streamers like that. I like streamers that have
down to earth, chill, not all about the money. He's still living in a trailer and stuff, even though he has this big warehouse and stuff. He doesn't promote none of that, He wears hoodies and shit all the time. He's still got his background.
I was gonna say, dude, I was funny enough, I was watching his stream. I follow him on Twitch, and I was checking my Twitch doing something, right? And I saw it pop up that Queso's live, right? So I click it just because I like to watch other people. That's how you learn, right? Mm-hmm. So I click it, and I'm like, bro, this dude has the same camera from when he started. He's still running like a LG fucking whatever, dude, and all of us are like sweating buying fucking mirrorless cameras and shit. And that's proof then right there in the pudding, man. It's your content.
Yeah.
Not your gear. Yeah, and not your gear, Yep. We can waste fucking all that money. I've said it a million times. I do it because I like it, Yeah. Like I like to tinker and shit, but if I thought I was doing it to get myself views, like, dude, you're fucking.
Yeah, there's one big ass streamer. I don't remember who the fuck it is, but he uses like a shitty ass mic, and it sounds like fucking shit. He tried to change it one time and lost like most of his viewers, and they told him to fucking bring it back. And if you don't bring the fucking mic back, we're not coming back.
That's funny shit, dude. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. So do you still stream Rebel here and there, or? Because his TikTok's posted in the fucking, what is it? The description. Discord? There you go. No, the description. So his TikTok's there. That's where he'll stream at, guys, if he does. So,
I mean, there was I was streaming on a daily, but in the evenings. But TikTok's just, I don't know, dude. It's bullshit to me. It's just not it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it just for the fun of it, really. I don't do it just to promote myself and try to become, big overnight or whatever. I don't do none of that. Most of the time I just use TikTok as, I go in there and make shorts and stuff, stuff like that.
Yeah. I still, I've said it a million times. TikTok's not my favorite place to stream, but I've met some of the best people that I fucking know on TikTok, But at the same time, I think that's much more what TikTok is great for, man.
Yeah.
Because what happens to me on TikTok is we end up relying on our friends to support our streaming life.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you work it. That's the name of the game,
Yep.
Whereas I like on Twitch, man, like even though I don't have like, I think my Twitch, which it's going to sound really crazy. You know what I mean? Like, Cat said hi again. My numbers, they're good on views, right? But I don't get like 1 million subs. I have like 7, 8 subs, 9 subs, 10 subs. I think the most I had was 27, right?
Yeah.
But my last stream was like peak like 30 viewers. Like I would much rather have the watch time now and enjoy it than having like, it's cool if people want to support, you know, like I'm thinking about doing a PC giveaway and giving away that PC. And that's cool then because that's there to generate, you know what I mean? Like it costs money. So, but on a general basis, it's nice to just kick back and play games with friends.
Right.
Right.
You know? So, but anyway.
Most definitely.
So I got a question for you guys, for both of y'all. I'll let the guests go first since we're here already, and then I'll go into the crazy shit later, all right? So meeting people, right? So this is a 2-part whole thing, guys, and you guys in chat can feel free to chime along. That's why we have a chat actually and don't do this recorded, right? Doesn't mean we're going to interrupt conversations in this part to answer them right away, but feel free to drop your thoughts. But so like meeting, we have friends, so we've all made friends online, right? We all meet up in Discord at some point, or we even without Discord back on Xbox. We had a group of friends, right? Everybody was in a party chat. Even if you weren't playing a game, people fucking hang out, right?
Yeah.
You know, so there's a culture right now, and it, you know, everybody says, man, just vibe, right? Just vibe, right? Well, what about the other side of that? You know, that stops to me. When we keep saying that to people, just vibe and just have fun, we don't really connect them because we're not like, hey, what's going on in your life, right? No one wants to break that vibe then, right? If you're like, hey, man, we're just in here vibing all the time, like it takes away because, man, we're in our 30s, 40s, well, close enough, Rebel, right? But we're grown fucking people, man. We have families, we have fucking bills, we have mortgages, we have rent, we have real life fucking problems, man. And games for most of us, which I say is 99% of anybody probably watching, and y'all included, is an escape, right? And that culture, man, like to get, and I know that there's a fine line there, and I've been struggling with that for the last week. Not like real life struggle, but just a thought process struggle, right? Like we're there for each other, but when that just, because this is a big thing going, you know, everybody says, well, we're just vibing. We have a vibing community, right? Well, how can you then, if let's say Flame or I'm having, let's just put it on me, right? Let's say I'm down, man. I'm having a fucking shit day, dude. I went to work, this happened, that happened. You know what I mean, man? Yeah. Life's adding fucking up on me. And I want to talk to somebody. And I go in the chat, man, and that's the people I have, right?
Yeah.
And it's a just vibe fucking thing. Hey, man, we don't talk about that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't kill the vibe. And I feel like that's hurting a lot of gaming right now, man, is because that seems like that's taken over a lot of places. And a lot of communities that I know are trying their best to get away from that. You know what I mean? And keep the real side of this, man. But and then there's a second part to this, and then I'll shut up and let everybody else answer, I promise. That ties into at the same time with like these online relationships, right? Whether it be a friend, or we could talk about, you know, I know when I brought this up to Rebel, which I'll let him mention this later, and I know plenty of other people that have met their significant others that they are very happy with playing video games and met them online, right? And started with maybe, I don't know Rebel's story, I'll let him tell his, but has started with a long distance relationship or not. And a lot of people will say, oh no, well, you have to spend that time with them, the touch, the feel. And yes, that's part of it. But at the same time, you can't, when you're online and talking like us right now, right? We can't just go, you know what, babe, let's just go fucking cuddle and do this and just go sit on the couch and everything will be okay. We have to fucking talk. And just as friends, we have to fucking talk. And so to me, it forges something a little different. And I'm not on the side to say, hey, I'm 100% always on board with it, because you have to still protect yourself, right? Yeah. But you also still, man, you can't, that stigma of that a long distance relationship is frowned upon, whether it be friends or not. You know, one of my best friends, and I'm not going to hope Joe's not in here because he'll never get his ego go down, man. But Joe, one of my best friends, dude, lives thousands and thousands of miles away, dude, and we've never met. But we've played video games together, dude. I've been with, you know, through, I was telling like Rebel, man, you know, like we've been through divorces, kids, moving houses, bad times, good times. You know what I mean? All these times, man, that.
Well, same with Rebel. He's one of my best friends too. So.
Yeah, you know, so those are the two parts that I have. Y'all run with it, do what you want. Chat, feel free to drop your comments. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. But that was my big thing that I wanted to talk about. And I have some other stuff too, you know, later on. But that was that was something that I really wanted to bring up. So I don't know which one of y'all wants to go first, but I'm gonna mute myself so I don't over talk
you. You wanna go, Rebel?
Yeah, sure. Well, like Squirrel was saying, I met my wife on COD. It was actually weird because a friend of mine at the time actually brought her into our game and was like introduces, this is Scooby, this is Rebel, whatever. I was like, yeah, cool, nice. And at the time I was going through a hard time, I was, dealing with my ex and, all her bullshit, but we're not going to get into that because, God rest her soul. But, at the time I was dealing with all this. She came into the party and then it just clicked. I don't know what happened. We add each other on, the game and Snapchat. And from there we started talking and here we are, what shit, a long time later, dude. And we're married. We got 2 daughters, which is hers. And we got one on the way. So, we got
congratulations, by the way. Sorry.
Appreciate it. We got a beautiful family started and going, and like I said, man, was it hard? Yes, because you don't know what the other person's doing because you're not around them 24/7. It's all about trust, commitment, and love. I mean, if you love that person, you got to commit to it. You got to be faithful and you got to have trust, because without communication and trust, there's no relationships, there's no foundation. And I believe in that. If you have somebody that you love, just commit. That's all you got to do.
And no matter what you're going through.
Right. And if that person ain't willing to commit, then there's no point in even starting anything.
Nope.
Just end it there. But yeah, Call of Duty, that's one of the reasons that I enjoy playing Call of Duty. I meet great people. I met Flames, Mamba, Prodigy, all my friends through COD. So COD's been a very, very.
Well, we known each other for like 7 years
since 2018, bro.
Oh, fucking 8 years then. Goddamn.
Yo, Cat, appreciate it. But yeah, man, I mean, Call of Duty's has, it has been a very blessing to my life, even though people may think it's just a game, you spend most of your time on a game. No, dude, I use the game more than, people, realize. I use it to get away from life and
therapy, and all kinds of shit.
Therapy, I don't, I ain't going to come home and say, dude, I had a shit day. I'm going to go drink a 6-pack or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I get home, get on the game and then just bullshit with my friends and play COD, But that's just about it. I mean, if you're, if you want to play COD and meet good people, I mean, there is bad people out there. But
oh yeah, we ran into them.
But I met my wife on there, bro, and it's been a long road. We met back in 2019.
Yeah.
We haven't even met each other in person until I want to say 2024. So yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah,
that's definitely got to be hard, dude. I know that would like I said, man, I can only imagine. My good friends, like even haven't met Flames, even when I went to Texas or Joe or them, I couldn't imagine. But
yeah, he used to live in Louisiana, right?
Right. Yeah, I moved from my home state to Michigan to be with my family and my wife, So I left my hometown and all my friends and family because, my wife and my kids, I mean, I love them. There's no sense of me being in another state if there's nothing there for me. I mean, my friends and family, but I got my own family now, I got my wife,
Yep,
so
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. I mean, but yeah, man, like I said, Call of Duty has been a blessing in my life. And, I thank God every day for meeting, my wife and, I love her. So,
yeah. And like you said, to your friends, so those are important ones.
Yeah.
Friends, Flame. He's all right. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I was going to take Mamba off the list.
The crazy thing is, if I never would have met General, if I never would have went in his stream that fucking night and fucking donated it, I would have never fucking met Mamba or any of them. Prod, I would have met none of them. I would have probably would have met you because everything led up to meeting everyone. If I would have took that fucking just that random fucking seeing General's cool ass setup at the time, I was like, I'll vibe with this dude, and then fucking boom, fucking 8 years later, here we are. It fucking blows my mind when I think about it.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, I forgot about General. I actually met General first, and then Flames came But Mamba, it was weird because how I met Mamba, it was in like Black Ops 4. I don't know if y'all remember that game, but Black Ops 4, when it came out, they came out with the Battle Royale, whatever, and Black Ops. And Mamba was in my lobby, and then it started from there. And he said, "Hey, you want to, link up and play some games together?" And I said, "Yeah." And then that's when it all happened from there. So Mamba has been a great friend. Flames. They all been there for me when I needed them most. I got a whole backstory, but we're not going to get into that tonight. But I mean, they've been some really good friends, man.
Yeah, it's amazing to people. I mean, that's relationships is part of it. You know what I mean? Because you see that a lot more now. And like Rebel was like, I met, when I was talking to him in your Discord, Flames, before we started, he was like, I married, my wife from there. I'm like, yeah, I heard, I mean, from picking up in the conversation, so I never said it to, what I mean, openly. Yeah. Just like, hey, yeah, man, I know you fucking met your wife. I mean, that's kind of weird, but you know what I mean? But it was like, okay, I feel like this fits in perfect, man, because to me, and that is a good side of it too, meeting the love of your life, right? You know what I mean? But the friends, dude, those people, because just like your wife before y'all became what you are now, y'all were friends and relied on that. And the same thing, man, with these, I feel like, I don't know, it's a different connection, man, that you get from 100%. Being online.
I was about to say.
But what's your thoughts on that, Flames? Go ahead.
So, I've known people in my life like a long time that, I've stayed friends and all that stuff, and eventually fell off with and everything and don't really talk to anymore. But even with their connection being, face to face, and then looking into this and having friends online that I never met, and in some way having even more of a bond that's even more connected with them, in some sense, is like what is that? Like,
yeah,
how can we connect as humans? Because humans are, in the long run, physical, and fucking face to face type of creatures and all that stuff. It's like, how can we make a bond that's so fucking strong, but yet we live hundreds or thousands of miles away and we never met each other?
Yeah. Because not even speaking like of a man and woman, man, but I'm pretty sure Flames, when we meet up, because we will eventually, right?
Yeah.
I grew up like fucking where you live, It's not like it's ever like not gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like at that same time, dude, it would be like, "What's up, dude? Nothing's different."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, it's not the awkwardness, and everybody
it'll probably solidify a bond even more.
Yeah, and to me, that's the cool thing. Like I said before, and I'm not going to talk. I don't want to talk about somebody else's thing, but right now in my life, I have one of those situations going on that's not me.
Yeah.
With my roommate, but my roommate Bobby, Evil Donkey, blah blah blah. Well, we played. So he was stationed in Fort Hood, right?
Yeah.
I never met him. He knew Roy, Roy Rager, Roy, right? Friend of mine, blah blah blah. Well, we played video games together for hours, bro. DayZ, laying in roofs, not moving. I heard all about his military stories, bro. His infantry, you know what I mean, right? So we talked and listened, and you just playing a game like that, bro. Like, you're sitting there and you have the most real conversations that you could have. And I never met him in my life. Okay, so he met other people that I know, right? You know what I'm saying? But I never met him in my life. And when I was like, "Hey, dude, I want to move away from Dallas. I don't really know where I want to go in Texas." And he's like, "Hey, man, you could come stay here for where I'm at right now, in his house," which I got a very nice, for me, a nice spread where I'm at, dude. And it's comfortable, right? But never met him, dude, in my life. And I'm telling you, man, I walked in his house, dude, after the drive. And the first thing was like, "Hey, bro, give me a hug, dude. It's good to meet you." Yeah. Like the awkwardness, yes, you still get to know each other, bro, but that bond, you could already know, you knew shit about each other, because people will say like, "Oh, well, what if in a relationship side of it, right? Well, what if she has a bad habit? What if she does this?" Bro, if you've hung out and played video games with people in Discord, when they burp, fart, sneeze, say some off-the-wall bullshit, you've learned every fucking thing that their bad habit is before you get to know. Other than that, what are they going to do? Pick their nose and eat their boogers that you didn't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, like, and how deep is your love if a girl that fucking scratches her ass or burps bothers you, how deep really is your love? Right? Like, let's just be honest, But it was, I can say that I have never had a relationship come from, and I've met, women, like I said, dude, like the stigma sets behind long distance relationships, right? And everything else. But dude, we've been doing this shit since AOL Instant Messenger, Yahoo Instant. Bro, this is worth it. That was when I was 18, 17, right? And I'm 44 now. So 27 years later, fucking get over it, people. Like this shit happens, right? You know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean that it doesn't work for everybody. And that's the thing too, so
I think the reason you can have such a strong bond without meeting one like we do when we're playing games is we share a common ground. We're playing the same games and all that stuff, so we already have a connection in that sense. That bringing us through the game and all that stuff, and especially with like COD and all that stuff. COD really bringing your emotions out and really fucking actually can show what a person actually is if you really break it fucking down. When COD really fucking gets to you, if you get anger issues, it's gonna let you fucking show it and all that stuff. And how to control your emotions and all that stuff. So just playing with people, and then most gamers are bullshitters and fucking shit talkers and all that stuff. So it's I think that's one reason we connect so easily, and it goes with the other games too that people play. They share the same same personalities. If you play a certain game, I'm sure or playing with people that have a certain kind of personality that you do. So I'm sure it's some kind of, if you want to really break it down and all that stuff, and some mental shit, I'm sure we can actually like get to like, oh, that's fucking why. But if you go to a bar or something, or like fucking just like a random fucking meetup, it's like all you've seen is this person standing there. You don't know a fucking thing about them. Unless they're wearing something, like, oh, hey, that guy likes fucking Star Wars. It's like, oh, then you can, but most people, if they're dressed up, they're just fucking nothing that's showing it. So it's just like, how do you really start a conversation out of?
And I feel like it's a comfort zone thing, right? Because a lot of times too, like you're describing in a bar, bro, people, we're there to have fun, right? You know what I mean? There are people there to drink or whatever. So they're going to say something, do something. They've been intoxicated. They've been drinking. It's going to be not a bad conversation. Even if you have a good conversation, like it's still not that connection, man. You know what I mean? Like it's the same, dude. To me, there is no difference anymore, man, because back in, and I don't want to sound like an old fuck, right? But back in my day, before the internet, when we still had dial-up modems, you know what I mean? Before you, but in the 1900s, before you could FaceTime people and shit, right? We would still, attempt those long-distance relationships, even with friends. But now, dude, if I want to fucking see somebody, I can. And now it's not the same as touching them, right? But at the same time, dude, look at our age, man. If we really wanted to, let's do a meetup. Let's go to like Iron and fucking Lucid, and then we're talking about doing a Vegas meetup in October, right? Yeah. Well, like you do a meetup, you're fucking adults, man. We're not kids, So you do a meetup. But if I want to talk to somebody and look at them in their eyes, dude, there's cameras on the phones. You have fucking screen share on movies. You can lay in bed and screen share your phone and be there just because you're not touching somebody. And I think that's where, and I don't mean to get off on that subject, but you know what I mean? The female male relationship side of it, to me, that's the stigma about it. Oh yeah. If we can't have coitus, then it can't be real, because that's what it comes down to. Yeah. Other than that, why do you need to feel, touch, and see them? Yeah. I mean, at first, right? But anyway, and it's the same thing with your friends. Just because we can't have a beer together in Discord, right? Or drink together or say cheers to each other, we don't have to sit and hang out. Now it'd be great to sit and hang out with each other face to face. But again, we don't have to do that to make a connection and to make a change in each other's life and be there. And be there for each other. We don't have to do any of that shit. Oh, yeah.
And you 100% can be there. Rebel and us, or firsthand experience, even with Squirrel, is all three of us have had our backs with our bullshit in our lives and all that stuff. We talked about some fucked up shit and stuff that we've been dealing with, and we've all been there for each other. So, if you think that, oh, this person can't really be here for me because they're not physically here, it's bullshit. They can be.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, it takes, it's only one phone call away, I mean, sometimes I get my gut feeling from my friends and family back home. I just call them up and say, "Hey, man, I was just thinking about you." Or like the other day, one of my, I'd say he's like a brother to me. He texted me, he said, "Hey, man, just been thinking about you." He said, "Yeah, I miss you," stuff like that. So
yeah, it means a lot, man. It does.
Those calls are very important.
Simple messages between, like, I've said it before. We talked about this, and I don't remember which podcast it was, but the simple, "Hey, what's up?" Like, it means so fucking much, man. Even if you're having a good day, even if there's nothing wrong, just a "Hey, what's up?" The communication, that's to me, that's what makes the difference,
it
man.
Makes you feel important,
Like, I know, it makes you feel like you have someone else besides you. Because fuck, dude, we have real life shit to take care of, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're not kids anymore, man. Like, Rebel's got his family thing going. You got your kid. You know what I mean? We have bills. Like I said before, mortgage, real life shit. We have jobs that fucking piss us off more than anything else. You know what I mean? And we want to.
Everybody has friends and families and all that stuff, and then through those people, you want to feel important to them. No matter who it is or how many friends you have and all that stuff. For a friend to just reach out and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" It's like, oh, that's a big fucking, like, I mean, some shit right there. That's like some real world shit right there. It's like, oh fuck, this dude actually gives a fuck about me. I fuck with this dude,
Yeah. And well, see, here's what I actually typed out, right? So I'm going to read this, and I may sound like a robot, right? And I didn't read this off because I hate reading scripts, but I did, man. This is my true thought about this, about our friends, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but there's a thing where we're in our late 30s and 40s, and that phrase hits different, like, the just vibe, right?
Right.
So a lot of us are dealing with real adult stuff like mortgages, divorces, aging parents, kids, burnout from jobs, and actual paying the bills, right? So when a guy in our squad goes quiet for a week or snaps at someone over a lost round or straight up says he's been in a dark place, telling him just vibe isn't supportive. It's a shutdown. You know what I mean? So that's where
shut the fuck up. We don't care.
Yeah, like that's the part where, like, we have to remember, man, that we're all in this fucking spinning pebble in the middle of whatever the fuck, like we've talked about before. No matter what we think we know, we don't know shit. No. We're all still trying to figure it out, right? And we have to remember that. The only thing we can
do is be there for each other,
Yeah, that's it, man. And some of the people, man, like I said, we've had to cancel podcasts, and it does not bother me. And that's not what I'm saying. But to me, mental health and other people are more important than a stream, than a podcast, than one viewer, even than 10,000 viewers. A person in their mental okayness, their mental check, man. Because there's sometimes, man, there's no coming back from things if we don't. Sometimes there's not, and those. And not even if you talk about the end and the bad thing, I don't even want to talk about that side, right? But even when you start to get in depression, man, it's like a fucking toilet bowl, right? It just swirls down and down and down and down, and you think everything's
tools or the fucking people around you to pull you out of that shit.
Yeah, and you think all of it's flushing down the toilet, but it pops right back out. You got bad plumbing. You know what I mean? It just, the turd seems to come floating back out every fucking time, And that's the truth, man. So, but anyway. But that's hard. Sorry. That was, like I said, I didn't have much I have some other stuff to talk about, but that's one of the big things I wanted to talk about because it's near and dear to me, man. Friends and like I said, with dealing with someone right now that has met someone and they are, and I don't want, like I said, I'm not trying to, but they are the fucking happiest I've ever seen him.
Hell yeah.
They never met. Besides gaming, dude, and then they meet, dude, and she's here, and this person they're both fucking glowing. Like, awesome. How can you cannot tell me that there is only one way to do this life? You know what I mean? There's multiple options, man. And it's having those people. What did Iron say here? Let me pin that so I can read that. What did he say? To answer your question earlier, I think gaming is fine to talk about stuff like that off stream for sure, just because those things should be private. Which question about relationships or all of that stuff? We're in a podcast. I mean, I don't know. We were just talking about in general, meeting people.
Dark shit and all that
stuff. Just meeting people and everything else. Yeah, I think So since you stream, right, we're talking about in Discord and our squad mates, right, like our friends outside of here. Oh, okay. Oh, the whole vibe thing. Yeah. So, there is not a place, in a live, that is not the place where you come to. You know, it's just like, and so there's another side of that, and that's the side that we were getting to.
Creator.
Yeah. Well, unless it does, to me, it shouldn't, if you're going to come in and you're really going through something, because here's the thing, right? Here's my other side of this coin, right? Is there are the good people that really do reach out when they only, like, not when they only need help, but only then, right?
Yeah.
But you also know those people that, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I've experienced this. They reach out to get they get they get a feeling for themselves, right? And they always got a problem now, right? Because they want that sense of, oh, someone's going to help me. I belong now, and let me tell them something, right? So there are those two different sides of people, and protecting yourself from, there are those bad ones, right? Not everybody, and that's the thing. That's that slippery slopes, per se, right? You know, is you do have the people that take advantage of you, or those people, and you have to watch out for them in your discords, in your lives, in your communities, in your chat, and that's everybody's job to police, right? You know.
Well, you also,
that's that there's both sides of that coin, you know.
But you also have people that, you know, when I streamed Hot and Heavy, and I would have random people come in my streams and be like, "Yo, man, it's like, I just need someone to talk to." It's like, I saw that, you know, you seem like a cool dude and all that stuff, and, you know, I just need someone to talk to. I was like, well, message me on, you know, Discord. We can hop in a voice chat, and, you know, we can talk it out, whatever you need to talk about, or you know.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people look that over, you know. I think some of the streamers out there, whether they're small or medium size and all that stuff, and someone comes in there and, you know, they're like, I need some help, and they're just like, yeah, get out of here, you know. I don't have time for that and all that stuff. So I think that's a big pandemic that streamers really need to be like, you know.
Not gonna lie, I met some shitty streamers, dude. Like,
oh yeah. 100%.
You remember when my mom's trailer burnt down or whatever? You know, it was brand new, you know, whatever. And this dude I've been watching for quite a while, you know. I just hopped in this stream. He only has like 200-300 viewers in TikTok. I just asked him, you know, I said, hey man, you know, me and you know, I've been following you, watching your lives for a while now. I said, we really don't know each other, but I said, you know, I've been in here, you know, watching, you're a good down to earth guy. I said, maybe, you know, I got something on my TikTok, maybe about my mom and her trailer burned down. I said, you know, what about reposting it? And he texted or said something like, nah, bro. He said, you're just in here for a guilt trip. It's like, whatever, dude. So, you know, I just blocked him and said, you know, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't know you that shit.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about TikTok, somebody, you know, following me, reposting, whatever. It still helped my mom, you know. None of the other shit matters to me.
And all you do is press a button. That's all he has to do.
It's like, I don't care about you or your 300 viewers. I'm just, I thought you was a good guy. Apparently, you know, you're not.
That's where it gets mixed up, man. I'm telling you, money is, and they say it, right? We've heard it since we were a kid. Money is the root of all evil. It's not, but money brings out the worst in everybody. If you really want to see how somebody is, give them some money.
Oh yeah.
Let them get a little money in their pocket.
Yep.
And see how they act. I'm just saying, if you really want to see how somebody is, it'll come out every time. But yeah, no, Iron. I wasn't talking about like just people in a random game. I'm talking about our friends in Discord and people we actually connect with, and the community side of it, not just in a live, man. Not a random viewer coming in, because I've had to say this before, man. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but on TikTok, dude, I had to do a wellness check. I had to actually go and search for somebody and get a police sent to their house to do a wellness check on them, because a random viewer comes in and says, hey, I'm thinking about doing this deed that we can't, you know what I'm talking about. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Hey, bro, I am messaging TikTok. I am messaging everybody because you need help. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know you, but please. And if you're doing this for attention, you still need help. So no matter what, somebody needs to come fucking help you. But in Discords, man, I am a big, you know, I used to be a big believer about open Discords, you know, like, hey, let everybody in.
Yeah.
You know, I've really turned my I'm a 360 or one, that'd be a 180, right? A 360, I'd be all the way back to where I was. I did a 180 on that, man, because I've seen so much, man, and I respect the shit out of, you know, Riley. Riley was a guest on the thing. Well, their Discord is private, and they let people in slowly as they know them, you know. And I've had open Discords, dude, and you see it, and you see the best way I can say it is just an honest way, right? The nastiness of people.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, I'm talking females, males, I don't give a shit who you are. I ain't pointing out one person, but when you open that up to just all these people to come in, and I thought it was all, when we talk about numbers, and that's the thing, like it's not always like how many people watch your stream either. It's the quality of those people watching. It's the same thing. I don't want 100 friends. I'd rather have 10 good friends, or I'd rather have one good friend than a fucking 100 bullshit friends.
That knows
or zero, for that matter. But
like Rebel, I if I can have one friend, boom, Rebel, because I know he has my back no matter what the fuck we're going through.
Yep.
So that's that's where I was thinking about. Like, things happen, dude. People disagree. Me and Joe, of all people, too, haven't talked again for like a year. You know what I mean? Before we've been mad at each other. Shit happens, dude. We're grown-ups. Like, fuck, man. Also, there's a lot too when you play games together for like Winrose, for example. You know how many hours I already have in that game, right? It's been out 6 days. I have like almost like 4 days of game time in that already. Okay. But like to set in Discord, that's the same thing they even told me, and we're all playing together. But to set and talk to people for that long, right? Yeah. And in there, things are gonna come, like personality is just like in real life. And that's why I can't say, as much as you spend talking to a female, a male, or whatever, if you don't know that that's their true person, dude, you got to field your friends a little better or open up your eyes a little bit more. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, because people show their true self instantly inside of Discord, man. You hear people burp and fart more in Discord than you ever will in their stream. I'll mute myself here if I have to, like, even a little gas, right? You know what I mean, right? Oh, in Discord, bro, it's fucking ripping. You know what I mean? Like,
I do like
it's going. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, Discord is the wild west. You know what I mean? It's like chats, dude. Like, before we had, what was it? Ventrilo. I don't know if ever any of y'all had Ventrilo. That was before TeamSpeak. We had TeamSpeak, dude. It was the same shit. People joined the TeamSpeak server, and you'd be like, "Oh, you're not the right one," Yep. But like, it's just, I'll let it rip, Iron. I'll let it rip. Right, I got something for you. Nah, but yeah, nah, but you know what I mean, dude. That's to me. You find out who somebody really is when they sit in the game with them for hours, because they're gonna slip up sooner or later. If they got something to say, if they have a bad comment, a racial comment, if they have a negative thing to say, if they think they're a fucking a far leftist or a far rightist or whatever, sooner or later that shit is all going to come out through time, because somebody's going to say something. They're going to be like, "Oh no, fuck that, blah 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 blah," and you're going to be like, "I see who you really are now."
I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, happened with us in my Discord. We can't all agree on fucking something 110%, and everybody has their own personalities and all that stuff. And my corner of a personality may not jive with a certain part of Rebel's personality. That's just how it is, But we're good enough friends and we're mature enough to be look over that or talk to it or whatever.
Right. What were you saying, Rebel? Go ahead.
I said that Discord gets wild.
Yeah.
I think we all need help in that Discord.
Oh man, I would hate to see our Discords get combined sometime. That would be
they would shut down Discord because of us.
Yeah, dude, it would just be over. Like people, no random could join. That's all I can say. Is nobody that didn't know us could not join in that conversation, because there would be some off the wall shit being talked about. But
dude, we had people join and then a couple minutes later say, "All right, I'm out." They didn't want to stay. Then
that's okay.
I've had people join from like other games, and we're like, you seem a cool dude, and you'll join my Discord and all that stuff. And then there's like 8 people in there and all that stuff, and they're all fucking playing different games and all that stuff. We're all bullshit with each other, and it's just like they'll play that one game with me, and they'll never fucking see him again.
Or then you get somebody like me that comes in there drunk as hell trying to play fucking, what was that? Marvel,
Rivals.
Whatever. Yeah, Marvel Rivals. I don't care. We're going in. And I got my head. I know I have my head right here when I'm playing too.
But on the other hand, we've had other fucking randoms come in that just stuck, and they just come in there now. Yeah. It's just part of the group.
Yeah, dude, I met some really good people. Like I said, dude, I met some of the best people just on a random. Joe was on the podcast. We met.
Yeah.
Dude, we were playing GTA 5 together, dude, and started just making a roadblock and making cops kill fucking citizens. And instantly we formed a fucking friendship that's lasted over 10 years.
Yeah.
How that fucking
awesome.
happened from like a little spot in GTA, right? No,
and y'all
no
live thousands and thousands of miles away from each other.
From to America, right? And like it's continued, Like, dude, like how does that happen, bro? You can't.
What, he's 12 hours ahead of you and like a day ahead of you and all that shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You can't. There's no way you can plan for that shit.
No.
It's like and even there's people that I would play games with, dude, but I don't even. Like me and you, we've played games together, but we don't play a whole bunch of games together.
Yeah.
Iron and me don't play a bunch of shit. I don't even know if I played a game with Rebel, and I don't. I'm not saying I'm like the best of friend with him, but I know him well enough from being in your Discord.
Right.
But like
Among Us, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. That one time you know what I mean. But I can set in. We could talk. We could bullshit. Yeah. You guys could play a game, and that's to me. That's what vibing is not the. And that's what it's not the, hey, just vibe and just keep your shit to yourself. Nah, man, we're all playing whatever we want to play. There's like in my Discord and your Discord too, Flames, and most Discords I've seen, there's a million channels, or not a million, but there's a lot, right? Yeah. Dude, just because it says COD on it doesn't mean it's for COD. If I got to have a private conversation with somebody, hey man, meet me in the COD channel for a second, bro. I got to talk to you, then we'll come back. You know what I mean? Or hey, dude, can I get your phone number or something, man? You know what I mean? Because we all got problems, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like that's the way it goes. But anyway, did you see that GTA got delayed again?
I'm not so fucking surprised on that.
Yeah, I give up on it, dude. That was one of the questions I had. So GTA is now it's pushed back to November 2026. So 6 more months. That's the second delay this year.
Bro, I was watching.
So are you still excited? My question was, is anybody still excited, or are we just like, oh, we're over this shit now?
Bro, I was watching a streamer last night, and he was role-playing GTA 5, right?
Yeah.
And, people are asking him, like, well, what do you have to do to be able to do this and all that stuff? He's like, you want the full fucking shit of it? And everyone's like, yeah. He's like, well, you got to do a fuckload of shit to get to the fucking point I'm at. You have to have a fuckload of mods. He said he did a fucking master wipe on his server, and it took him 7 fucking hours to re-fucking organize and download all the fucking mods. It's like, nope.
That's crazy.
I'm never fucking playing GTA if I have to do that. Never, ever.
Yeah, that's what. It. Yeah, so on 5Ms, that's what you have to do, man. Now that's
I'm
what
never playing that game.
Well, Rockstar now owns 5M.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, so Rockstar bought them, and that's the whole reason, dude. And I don't know what's happening with GTA. I'm not going to act like I know. But that was that. And then, have you heard of the 2 things I had about video games? What was the other one? Hold on. Pragmata?
Yeah, I was just thinking about
dude,
that. I was like, I wonder if it's Pragmata.
Bro, that thing is setting, what is it? It's setting on a 92 on the Metacritic score.
Blowing the fuck
So they're
up.
calling it Capcom's next big franchise.
It looks so fucking
like
good.
That's what the industry is calling it, though. Yeah. And I haven't even seen it, bro. And everyone is calling it Capcom's next big franchise, bro.
I was excited for it when I saw it in the Game Awards.
Yeah. I have not played it.
Really fucking good.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I've been being a pirate, dude. You know that. So that game's fantastic enough for me.
I think it's a $7 fucking game is the reason I haven't fucking played
it. I don't even know. what it's about. That's why I brought it up. And if you find a clip of it, for sure, play it. But we only have like less than a month now, right? Before Forza Horizon 6 comes out, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's $60. Oh,
you play Forza Rebel?
I never really got big into it.
No, the new one comes out like in a month. Less than a month.
I've been wanting to get like a whole racing sim, but
Iron does that, bro. So Iron, I don't know if you know Iron, if you've probably seen him in chat before he was on here, but dude, he does. He has a whole, like not a whole like the whole big one that moves and all that stuff, but he's big into racing sim stuff. I had one, I got rid of it. But
this is this it? Guys.
This is it. Oh, that's loud.
Oh, yeah, I see this all the time.
How can I turn it down?
I can turn it
You got it. Just a little bit more.
You just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
Right there.
That's good.
I want
There's a space.
to go to Earth.
What the hell is going on here? And why are these things trying to kill us?
While I was preparing to depart,
It looks
for
good.
Earth,
I didn't even know it was about
struck,
space. I should have known.
damaging Edis.
Enacting
Little
attack
girl's like an
protocol.
AI
Permission to
robot.
commit acts
Was
of
he?
sexual violence
Iron?
granted.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm calling it. You'd make a lousy friend. We'll shut Edis down, and then we'll head to Earth.
Let's do our best.
So you build base and shit like that, huh?
I decide my own way, and I'm going to Earth with you.
We're a team, right? A whole new life. If you're ready.
Okay, then let's go together.
So I'm gonna pull it. You got it? There you go. Put that there. So it's a PlayStation game. So you know they stopped their exclusives. Is that on PC?
Yeah, it's on PC too.
Is it?
Yep. It's on Steam right now for $60.
So you played shoot, man, Star Citizen with me, right? Remember
Yeah.
when we played?
Yeah.
So Star Citizen is now like in its final stages finally after
And it's free
10
right now.
years. Yeah, dude. So you can get a free thing, but Star Citizen now you can do crafting,
Oh shit.
and pretty soon they're going to be where you can build bases on planets, bro.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah. So Star Citizen, dude. If you haven't, I mean that's what I don't know why I thought of that from that, but if that's on PC, that should be good. That's the same thing with Crimson Desert though, bro. Crimson Desert, like I've been watching Iron play it, and it's amazing looking, right? And it's
Oh, yeah.
in my wheelhouse of games, but it's not multiplayer, bro.
Yeah.
Like I want to play, I want to show off shit to people, you know? Like I want to be like, hey, come check this out. Like
Yeah,
that little
exactly.
like that little bullshit video I made on TikTok about my base on
Yeah.
Windrose. Like I want to show stuff like that off. I want to show creativity off, man. But
Yeah.
you play games like that, Rebel? At all like crafting games or I know
Yeah,
you
I
said you like
played-
board games.
I played DayZ and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I played The Forest and stuff.
Oh, did you play Sons of the Forest?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
played
a good one.
The second one.
I like the building in that, man. Like when you put down the logs and you got to build the house and it has to stack up. And if you don't get it fucking right, what happens? This shit don't fit. That's crazy, bro. The physics and then not only on top of that, you got like 4-armed guys fucking attacking you out of the woods at the same time. That was a good one, dude.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know why games like Pragmata and fucking Elden Ring and all those like
Well, Elden Ring's
phenomenal
multiplayer
fucking
now.
games are not multiplayer.
Elden
you know?
Ring's multiplayer now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Now, but yes, it starts just like I will be playing Crimson Desert when it goes multiplayer.
Same.
I don't give a damn how far I am behind.
Yep.
I will play it when it goes multiplayer.
Imagine
I
how
won't
many more
touch it
people
before.
would come back to fucking Cyberpunk if it was multiplayer.
Oh, dude, we'd be playing that. We wouldn't even be talking about a pirate game or whatever else because
We're
I already
playing
know
that right now.
I already know who would already like. We would be like, hey, these are the mods I'm using,
Yep.
and it would already be like you, me, Iron, fucking. It'd be more people playing
Yep.
because you could even if you only, dude. I'm not a problem with a 5-person server.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Like, if not, you got 2 groups of 5 people playing together. That's a great time.
Yeah.
But you're not being able to
Especially in
play
that
with
game,
anybody all the time is like, and I do agree with Iron. He said, you know, sometimes he likes to play solo games to escape, right? Like, definitely on that, right? But a lot of times, man, like those type of games, I'm not going to spend $60 on a fucking game that I'm only going to play by myself.
Yeah.
It's just not
Exactly why I
like
haven't
it's
bought
just not. It's not. I'd rather buy anything. I'd rather buy. Well, let's say if I was playing GTA 5 back in the day, right? I'd rather buy a GTA 5 shark card than buy a new game that's single player.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I can show off this fucking new car that I got
Yeah.
to my buddies when they get on. You know what I mean?
And you share the experience with them and all that stuff, you know, especially when you're starting the game fresh and all that stuff.
Oh,
it's like it's like with me when I first played Halo 3 with I think it was my cousin. First time ever fucking playing it, you know, split screen and all that stuff. Bro, it like changed our fucking life, you know. That game was like fucking amazing when we fucking played it, you know. It's like when it's a single player, it's like you can't share that experience with anyone. It's just like, dude, I fucking played a game, man. Yo, bro, you got to check out Pragmata and all that stuff. But having that experience with someone else is like so fucking badass to have.
Yeah. It's a great time when you can share it with people.
Yeah. Well, it's like me and Rebel and all that stuff when we first dropped in, you know, all the new fucking COD updates and all that stuff, and especially our first time jumping into fucking Verdansk when we first met each other and all that stuff. It was like a whole new fucking experience and all that stuff. You know, this is fucking awesome.
Yo, Peak Verdansk was probably some of the best gameplays and shit we ever had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cross map, sniper shots, you know, sniping out of helicopters, you know.
Yeah.
It was great.
Back when I was good.
That's tough. You know what that sounds like? So the first game I played online like that with people was like it was by a company called Nova Logic that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Not the new Black Hawk Down that you see, right? Which but there was a game called Delta Force Black Hawk Down.
Yep.
Back in the day. Bro, that game when you could make your own maps. So I was in a group called LRS. We were long range snipers. We would have our own maps, bro, and we would set across from, so you couldn't get to each other, right? So there was no CQB fighting, no knifing, no nothing, bro. And imagine a 16-on-16 match, dude. We had dude, we would set up like your squad against ours way before, you know, like way before all this shit was like, there was no money involved. It was just friendly gameplay, right? And dude, we would be hitting fucking 1,000-kilometer shots on each other, bro. And you would be missing, and you'd be like, how the fuck? And you knew nobody was cheating.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there was it was friendly banter, you know, back and forth, right? Like some people would be good with like an M21 and be able to shoot up close, bro. Like those times to me were like I said, the DayZ times, like the early times of me and Bobby, like sitting in a house, like not moving for hours.
Yeah.
To most people would be like, that's boring.
Yeah.
No, that's peak fucking gameplay to me, dude. Because right after that, we had the most epic battle, whether we won or lost. Like we had the most epic battle after that because the people we were waiting on came and we ambushed them, whether we won or not.
Shots that me and fucking Rebel hit and back in like peak Verdansk fucking, there were like 1,500 to 2,000 fucking meter fucking shots, just like randomly fucking kill someone across the whole fucking map. But now you can't do that shit no more.
Yeah, they nerfed it all, man.
Yeah, well, I was hoping Battlefield was going to be that game, dude, because everybody that was involved and everything else, and Battlefield still was a good game, man, but something about it just did not capture people anymore. Yeah. After the jump, right? Which I was addicted to the jump, just like most people were, right? And then after that, dude, it was like it became, it's a shallow pool, man. That's the best way I can say it. It's a shallow pool. And games these days can't have that. You know, they can't have, that's what paywalls, you know, and all that shit, right? But you got to have something more to your game than just like Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate's probably, and I know that's not in probably what y'all played, man, but Baldur's Gate is probably one of the best games to come out in the last 5 years. Yeah. It was a complete game. They said, we're not going to release a DLC for at least 4 fucking years, and it pissed off the game industry.
Yeah.
Other devs were like, bro, we cannot live up to the standard. How dare y'all do this to us? You know what I mean? Like, it was Larian, dude. And Larian, they put their work into the game. They released a game that was full and complete. You pay $50, you get everything.
Yeah.
And you've never had to pay since. Like, that's what's missing, you know? Back in the day, we got a game, and there's that. Now it's just everything is in fucking.
Tarkov really finally went full fucking fledged with their game. You know, they was like, we're at a beta, we're going fucking full open. Here's the fucking game. They're like, but if you want the full game and the fucking extra shit and all the fucking DLCs in the future, you get paid almost $200 for the whole fucking shit.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, fuck you. Fucking, you know, we're not fucking doing that.
No.
And that's the reason you don't ever see fucking Tarkov really played on streams or anything. Everybody fucking talking about it because everyone's like, "Fuck you, I'm not fucking paying $200."
Yeah, I used to watch some people play. That's where Peanut got started, though, was Tarkov. You know that, right? Like then he went to some other shit, but all those people, that's why they all stopped playing it.
Yep.
Just like they stopped playing. Excuse me, Embark really shit the bed, and whatchamacallit is still doing well. Don't get it twisted, right? Arc Raiders, right?
Yeah.
It's still doing pretty well, but it's not what it could have been. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why all the streamers have left it. Like, if you look, Burnt Peanut and them were playing an older game than that. They're fucking over there playing Rust.
Yeah,
they're playing Apex.
Open his own,
yeah,
Apex, Rust. They open their own private server.
Yeah, dude, they got away from it, and there's a reason why, and that's and that's the thing with us with creators. I say with us, I count you in that too, Rebel. You streamed and you stream, but is to ride the waves.
Yeah,
because you don't know what's coming. You know what I mean? Like you can fall off. Fortnite has gotten lucky and held on as long as it has.
Well, it's crazy. Apex right now has a big ass fucking jump right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people playing
Apex is on its way back.
Yeah,
I feel like, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's because people miss, dude. Like if PUBG, so the new PUBG that's coming out, I got access to the beta test. I don't know what you call it, but to the private test.
Alpha.
Yeah, so it's coming, but it's an extraction shooter, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, so they've already changed the formula. Dude, if PUBG kept to the same formula that PUBG had, it would blow back up.
Yep.
Right? Like it would, because the basic formula for video games is still the same.
They're trying to chase that trend.
They're trying to find something different, something new. It's not, and I get it if you're trying to find something new because you got to hook somebody. But Fortnite has stuck to the same thing, whether people hate what comes out in the season or not, whether you want to say you hate the game or not.
They've always brought out skins. Fan base,
They brought out skins. They keep bringing out different collabs. They keep changing, no matter if you think the map changes shitty or not, or the Nerf guns, whatever, but they're always making changes.
Well, they're always going to have that massive fucking diehard fan base that's never going to fucking stop playing it no matter what they do, because they love that style and what they do with the game. And all
I'm not a Fortnite fan by any means, right?
Yeah, me neither.
Me and you've played Fortnite together.
I still play Fortnite.
Dude, I like to jump in with a fucking friend, and that's the nice thing about it. It's like Rocket League to me.
Yeah.
Rocket League to me, and most people be like, "Oh no, you play that game a lot." You know why? Because I can listen to fucking music.
Yep.
And I can vibe out to the game, and I don't have to sit there, and I can just hit a ball. And yes, I hit some. You know what I mean? Like we do pretty decent, but like that's what the vibe is for me in that game. Is if I win or lose or not, dude. I'm not. It's a quick game. It's a 5-minute game, and I'm done. Same thing with Battle Royale. Hey, Rebel, you got something to do later? You got 45 minutes? Let's jump in and play a game of COD real quick. You can make time. You get what I'm saying, and that creates that. And that's why those games do well. Because they and if they keep it fresh and new for people, they'll continue to do well. Right. But once they get stagnant, bro, it's all fucking over for them,
100%.
But anyway. Let me know whenever we're ready for my off the wall conversation. No.
Yeah.
You ready for it now?
Anything to add to that topic?
No, you ready for the off the wall one? Here you go.
Let's go for it.
So, do y'all know since 2025? Bless you. Okay, well, we'll say since 2023. We're in 2026 now, right? So in the last 3 years, how many people do you think of government officials, people that work for the government that have to do with UFOs have come up missing or dead instantly? How many people do you think?
Well, I know the answer, but
yeah. So here you go. Here's the names. I'm going to read these off, and y'all tell me how crazy this is, and then we can dive into this as much.
Like
we
super high officials that have like super high clearance and shit.
So the newest one, right, which everybody knows about, Major General William Neal. Right. If I butcher names, I'm sorry, but McAllison, right? So he's retired Air Force, ran Wright-Patterson Research Lab. He's been missing since February 27th, 2026. They found his phone, his glasses, and everything in his house.
His wife and family has no idea where.
They still don't know where he's at, right? So then here's the next one. Monica Reza. She worked for NASA JPL, aerospace engineer, materials for rockets, missing June 22, 2025. She went missing while hiking. Frank Mainwald from NASA JPL researcher died July 4th, 2024. Cause undisclosed.
Well, give some context of why is it so important for these people to be.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there at the end here. I just want to read off all the names so we see how big this effect really goes. Anthony Chavez, former Los Alamos National Lab employee, missing May 2025.
The nukes.
There you go.
And defense, they're high defense, top secret clearance and all that shit.
And I'm probably going to butcher this one. Melissa Casas, also admin at Los Alamos with clearance, missing since June 2025. Steven Garcia, nuclear contractor with top secret clearance, missing since August 2025.
Is G&G mentioned in any of this?
Michael David, we'll get to the end here. I'm almost to the end. Michael David Hicks, NASA, JPL, physics of asteroids. He died in July 2023. Death, unknown, right? Unknown circumstances. Nuno Loureiro, MIT plasma fusion director, killed December 2025. Carl Grillemore, but anyway, Caltech astrophysicist working with NASA, shot February 2026. Jason Thomas Navarez, researcher with DoD ties, missing late 2025, body found March 2026. There's my short list. What do you have? But what all of them have to do with in common is they had to do with nuclear or space engineering, if you want to say UFOs, because some of them
all
did,
tied to the government somehow.
Yep, and all tied to the government somehow, and now they're ready to release all this shit about aliens, right? That we still ain't fucking seen it.
Yeah.
No, we still haven't.
I'm surprised Bob Lazar's not in that fucking list. But I think he's too fucking public.
Yeah. Yeah, Iron was saying, he's like, yeah, dude, it's crazy, bro. Like, all these people have went missing, right? And you know what the craziest thing is? So I was having a conversation with my brother about this exact topic before the podcast, right? Sitting on the back patio. All these people went missing, and now they say all this stuff is being released, right? And I don't care. This is not about politics, but let's rewind just a little bit, right? You know how I feel about CERN. Rebel, do you know what CERN is?
Particle accelerator.
It's a hydrogen collider and a particle accelerator in Sweden. It's been fired up. A lot of stuff behind it. Lot to go in. I could do a whole podcast on CERN. A whole 3 hours, probably nonstop talking about CERN. But
2 other big ones. And
So, so what they're saying now, right? So when they were interviewing Obama, right? So this is before Trump said we're going to release all of these things, right? So this is all true. You can go look it up. Google is your friend, okay? Yep. They asked Obama in an interview, are aliens real, right? His response was, yes, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
So Trump made a joke later on that he had violated clearance.
Yeah.
Right? Because he said that, whether it's a joke or not, right? Now, all of a sudden, all these things are ready to come out about aliens. Because if they're declassified documents, he committed no crime.
Yeah.
They're also saying, they've said, this is a true statement, that CERN says they have sent light back into time, right? We've covered this, right?
Yep.
So they're saying now...
agreed on that.
Yeah, so now what they're saying that CERN started and what it is, because the guy from OpenAI came out and said OpenAI started to communicate with aliens, with extraterrestrials. Okay, that's Google's your friend. Say what you want to say, Google it. Okay, it's been said. So now you take that and they say that CERN was started as to open up stargates and to communicate with other timelines and outside of space and time. Not to bring people, but communication. So if they can send light, they can send messages, right? So Miami, the aliens, the kids.
It looks like a Stargate too when you break it down.
The kids that were in the mall causing problems were right after CERN fired up.
Yeah.
They say the conspiracy behind it is they went to the wrong place, and that's why there was no shots fired. There was no fighting. They escorted them out and took them somewhere. We're going on the conspiracy theory side here. Take what side you want. I'm just telling you it's not my truth, but what I see, right? So they took all them out. Well, how does those coincide, right? So they're saying that that's all what's happening. And there you go. So Anyway, but with all those people dying and coming up missing, bro, how can you not feel like, what do you mean you're going to release all this information, but what you're going to do is kill off everybody that can tell you
all those people that are missing
bullshit.
or coming up dying, they're all tied with some kind of background with UFOs, fucking extraterrestrials or fucking UAPs and all that. They've been tied in some kind of division within the government to work or be, within that world of that division of the government to study it or fucking at least, give their thoughts on what's going on with that and all that stuff, with what the government actually has behind the whole scenes.
Yeah.
And to say that the government's not even the people that are fucking running the shit. It's these black label fucking companies that are worth fucking trillions of dollars that no one ever fucking hears about that runs the fucking government.
Let me ask. Go ahead, keep talking, because I want to ask AI who said this before I say it. Who said?
But it's fucking wild if y'all really look into the shit behind the fucking like government and like how it really fucking operates. It's some scary ass fucking shit. Because the money that they broadcast amongst the news and all that shit, the debt that we have, that ain't shit compared to what these fucking black label fucking companies are spending on all this.
So here you go. Here it is.
UFO shit.
So Representative, and this is true. Again, Google's your friend. You can look up any of this. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, she's a U.S. Congresswoman from Florida, right? And a key figure in the Congressional UAP caucus, okay? Is the person who publicly, and I'm just reading what they answered me as, publicly and repeatedly told people, read the Book of Enoch in the context of government, UAP, and alien discussions. You know why? If any of you guys know what the Book of Enoch talks about is the Watchers. Now they're saying, bro, I don't know if you know this or not.
The ancient shit before fucking Christianity and all that shit started.
So Enoch is, and I could be wrong on this. I've read it 3 times and listened to it a couple of times. I think he's 4 great grandfathers to Noah.
Yeah,
and it was the forecoming of building the ark, right? But they're saying that, and this is all conspiracy. This is not, now don't Google. You can Google this and find something on it, right? But they're saying, because why she's saying that, and if you in the Book of Enoch, the Watchers come down, and what do? They breed with the humans, right? That's what creates Nephilim, which are giants. Okay,
and the only reason it's not in the fucking Bible because of fucking monks in the back, or what was it? Was it monks? Pretty sure it was. But anyways, it was a certain amount of fucking guys back then didn't want to put it in the actual.
Well, there's a lot
because it was too extreme.
There's a lot of books that aren't in the Bible. The Book of Mary is not in the Bible.
Yeah,
there's a lot. But why would she bring that up? Now they're saying, so there's to me, it's a reputable source enough to look into. To most people, it's blasphemy. Okay, that they have breeding centers. That they're breeding humans with aliens so that they can send them to go communicate with those people. And that's why she keeps referencing the Book of Enoch.
Yep.
Take it for what it's worth. The part of her referencing that book many times is worth your Google. That's everywhere. Whatever else I said is not. And that's all theory and building upon something, right?
Of all the shit that I've been researching and coming across and like discovering about other shit, bro, I'm have to fucking believe that we're fucking aliens. That we were brung to this earth.
We are, bro.
And populated this earth to fucking for whatever,
Yeah. We are, man. I mean, take it for what it's worth. Again, not to go down a rabbit hole, put on your tinfoil hats, all that bullshit. Not going crazy, because all of the stuff we said was outlandish becomes to light. They're eating babies. We would say bullshit. Now we know these motherfuckers were eating goddamn babies, right? You get what I'm saying? What's outlandish? And this was the conversation with my brother, is as far as your imagination can take you is all that you can believe.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you're capable of as a human. As far as Rebel's mind will take him, that's all that he can truly fathom, right? Yeah. As far as Flame's brain will take him, as far as mine will take him, as far as the next person's and the next person's, right? Outside of that is reality.
Yeah.
Because there is shit that we cannot fathom, and we've already seen it in the 80s. What was on people's things? Talking on fucking when they did voice calls, right? We thought their video calls. We thought that shit was alien technology. It's never gonna happen. Right now we have it.
Did you see the new fucking movie with Bob Azar? They're like talking and all that shit about S4 that this facility they worked in.
Yeah, his documentary movie they released on Prime. Yeah.
So back in COVID, there was a guy that had a fucking Cessna that got clearance to fly over fucking S4 and fucking Area 51 and all that stuff because it was all shut down at the time.
Right.
And so he went in there with a super fucking high end camera and all that stuff and snapped like 7,000 fucking photos. Well, one of those photos is the facing hill of where S4 is. And if you have technology, if you have editing technology and you change the contrast of it a little bit, you can see, I'm getting goosebumps. You can see the outlined fucking bay doors because they're supposed to be camouflaged. They're designed not to be fucking seen, but there's seams on them. So if you enhance the contrast on the fucking actual video or pictures, you can see the fucking hangar fucking doors inside of the fucking the hill. It's like what?
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's so much to that we don't know. You know, there's a reason.
There's fucking tracks all around. It's like, why is there tracks in a fucking why is there a tracks in a dead fucking lake bed when there's supposed to be nothing there? Like, why are all these fucking vehicle tracks? It's like there's fucking something in that fucking bitch.
Yeah. Well, it's like
hold on. And then now they update it since Bob Azar's came out and all that stuff and has made fucking mainstream fucking news. They've gone back to that same area where fucking S4 is supposed to be in, and they changed the fucking contrast and the viewing of the landscape on Google Maps. So if you go to Google Maps, there's a fucking giant ass triangle or square on the fucking actual location of where S4 that's been changed.
That's crazy. Yeah, dude, we don't know. I mean, you know, NASA started off looking in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And why won't they go in the ocean anymore, man?
Exactly.
You know?
Since we're on the topic, you know, of aliens and stuff, I've been thinking about this a lot because it's always been, you know, when we was younger, we'd say, what happens is if apocalypse happens or something, you know, because we all played the games, we seen The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Do you actually think, you know, somewhere, some facility, they're experimenting on like the undead and like, you know, cannibalism and stuff like that?
There's a government thing that's out about what to do during a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
like
so
there's actually video proof of outbreaks that they have quarantined and got back under control and overseas and shit.
If you go to dude, what is it with the CIA? You know how bad my brain is, man, when I try to think of something. I could say it if I don't want to think about it. The one that started everything, man, the CIA project, putting the drugs, they're putting psychedelics into people, and I can't, it's right there on the end of my tongue, dude, and I can't fucking think of it. It's right there. Right there. It's the biggest CIA fucking cover-up that came out that actually is true. Hold on. Let me look it up, because now it's that simple.
As soon as I hear the name, I'll be like,
oh, no, yeah.
But remember when like bath salts was like a bad drug, and then they said that person on the side of the interstate, he like was trying to eat the cop, and the cop like shot him like 5 or 6 different times, and he kept coming towards him. You know, it's like shit like that. You know,
somebody in chat has to know what I'm talking about, because I don't feel like looking it up.
There is.
LSD.
It's fuck yeah! It's when they put LSD in them. What was that, bro? They turned them into like super soldiers. And the acid test, all of that. What was that whole thing called? I can't think of it. And it should be right there because I've talked about it a million fucking times, dude.
Only thing I can think of Project Blue Book, but I know it's not Project.
No,
Blue.
It's not. It's right there though. It's the one where the one girl escaped and she told about it, and they were taking the kids.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the dude. When somebody says it, there's no way you don't know. It's no, not the acid test. No, what were the agents called that they were making from the CIA that they were doing that to? That was fuck. Anyway,
some kind
dude.
of program.
Yeah, dude. There's been movies about it. What's his name from American? What is that? Fucking. God dang it, dude! I can't think of the name of it. And I ask AI, and AI starts giving me all these other fucking CIA conspiracies.
CC.
I pulled up something. Stem behind Hollywood. What is it?
It's oh, dude, I should know this, man, off the top. Yeah, MK Ultra. There you go.
Okay,
MK Ultra.
Yeah.
So, MK Ultra, dude, like if you don't believe that they will do anything and experiment on people, MK Ultra is your fucking proof, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you have a question if they're experimenting on dead bodies or anything else, look at the MK Ultra files. Dude, that's some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like and that was all real.
Yeah, well fucking god damn it. New Mexico. What was the fucking what was that called? The UFOs that crashed.
You're talking about like over in Santa Fe, right? I can't think of it, but I know what you're talking about.
It in my fucking brain. God damn it. But anyways, when the UFOs fucking crashed, the government and the police eventually were the first was like, yeah, it's UFOs. The alien ship crashed here. Right. And then like 2 days later, they fucking changed the thing. It's like, oh no. Yeah. It was something else.
That happened in Phoenix also with that big light, the Phoenix lights. If you look up Phoenix lights, same thing happened. It was reported everywhere. Police chatter, everything, right?
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, like, nah, it was a weather balloon.
Yeah.
Dude, shut up, dude. Shut up.
Yeah.
If it was, you're better off saying it was a military fucking operation that we didn't know about than to say it was some weather balloon bullshit. But yeah, all that's yeah.
Roswell, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Roswell.
The most famous about Battle of, dude, that is a fucking if you want to go to a crazy fucking story and a pretty fucking cool story too, fucking look up the Battle of fucking LA. That shit is fucking that's fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, you've been seeing all these fucking new videos of fucking people waking up and like they're hearing like a full on fucking battle up in the sky and then like nothing's recorded on it and all that stuff.
Or the stuff you don't hear about anymore is, did you remember when they heard all the trumpets all the time around the world?
Yeah.
You don't hear that anymore either, right? Like that all kind of went away, but there was videos of that of people all around the world where you could hear fucking, it sounded like a trumpet coming from the fucking wherever.
To go back on what Rebel was saying about the zombies and all that stuff. There's fucking documents of like stuff that we made that's like viruses that make fucking people into zombies and all that stuff. And there's also viruses that we never fucking hear about that fucking does that shit too, you know? Think about all the shit we have no idea about what's going on behind the scenes.
It's got to come from somewhere because there's no way you're telling me that people's making all these movies and shit based off of just, bullshit they just came up with.
Yeah.
There's government, way back from the 1900s and shit that's been, not released and shit. That's why one of the reasons Trump's trying to release some of this shit, because we're so fucking stupid that we're not really, paying attention to what's really going on.
Yep.
And the government is just, man, they're very shady, They're not.
I don't care. And I've said that a million times. I don't care what side you're on, left, right, whatever. They're all fucking there just to keep their pockets covered, man.
It's all the same shit.
I don't care what side you're on. And that's
well, the sides are there to fucking make the money. That's the only reason they have the fucking sides.
Or to create us against each other. Because if we were all on one side, what would happen?
Yeah. But you go into the government and then take those fucking walls down that are fake as fuck. It's all this fucking same shit. They're all doing the same shit.
Yeah. I mean, the worst place is the Vatican, to be honest. Well, that's a whole nother story all in itself. The Vatican has the biggest secrets of everybody, bro. Yep. They really do. They've held shit and they're not even an empire. Like, we could get into Israel and how they became a state after fucking the Nazi regime, and all that stuff. But Rome, like the Vatican, how does that still stand? How does that still stand after all this time? And you can't do anything about it. And they have all these secrets underneath the Vatican.
Yeah.
And nobody gets to see them, bro. They say they have all this shit. Oh, we have this. We have that. It's like the shroud, right? The shroud. What is it? The Shroud of Turin. Is that what it's called? I want to say it's called that. Jesus's thing from his face, right? They say they have it. They have it tested, but they didn't send it to a public test. They sent it to a Vatican test. So, yeah.
People guard that thing and religiously, and a lot of people fucking die of radiation and all that stuff because of that fucking thing.
Yeah, that's in anyway, that's not in the Vatican. That's in fucking Ethiopia.
Yeah,
but that's another story. That's whether you believe that or not. But I don't know if I believe it. See, that's where religion and like the whole being an open mind person, right? Just being a human being, not saying I have to follow what my parents told me, right? And what my grandparents said because I have to believe this. But if you think about everything, so the story of Jesus is the same thing, the same story as Horus in Egypt, right? Like that's a known fact. You can go look them up right now. If you Google Horus and you Google Jesus and you put their stories next to each other, bro, they're fucking the same, right?
Yeah.
But that's where the fine line becomes like, is it extraterrestrials that are our gods that have come down and said that? You know what I mean? Like what happens? And that's where you go, you know what? On this pebble, like we've talked about before, we're this small on the earth, right? You know what I mean? Like we're like a fucking pinpoint, right? The earth and the whole fucking thing is a pinpoint inside of everything else, right? Like we're nothing.
Yeah.
Like we realize that, and then we're like, shit, there could be a lot more than this, you know? And that's where
to go on the ancient side of the things, like look at Russia and China. They're much, much, much older than fucking America could ever be. You know what I mean? I think Russia is like over 1,000 years older than fucking America is. It's like, what kind of information and shit do they fucking know about the ancient world that we don't fucking know, you know?
Yeah. And most people don't realize that Russians are closer to Asian countries, right? Then they're not Europe. They're not European. Right? Yeah, but they're not European. Russians are much more Asian descent than they are. Like even if you look at Russian people, like they have the Asian features. Yeah. They're just like India. Well, you know, we could get into all the geography, but you know, a lot of people are.
Genghis Khan back then is pretty much what started fucking Russia.
It might have been. It could have been. That could be right for all I know.
Yeah.
Some things I look into. Again, I'm not a. You know what I mean? I look into some bullshit.
Ass, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that's how Russia got started was because of Genghis Khan.
But yeah. But it's all good stuff, man. Like that's the stuff. Like I'm a firm believer in when somebody says something. If you're not like all the stuff we just talked about, right? Some people may have been like, "Oh no," closing their ears, right? Yeah. Well, listen. Like, what's wrong with listening? And people will say, "Oh, well, if you have strong enough faith, like what we talked about before about finding love in the internet, you know what I mean, right?"
Yeah.
How can I fucking bust your faith if your faith is that strong?
Yeah.
Why can't we talk about this?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have that much faith in what you believe, you should be able to openly talk about anything.
Yeah.
You know? So.
I'm watching.
Hello. But yeah, it's like, what? Rebel still didn't notice it. Beats.
That's beats.
But yeah. But that's how I feel about most topics, man. If you're not open to discussion, man, you're doomed anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care what you believe in. If you're not open to talk to human interaction and open discussion,
open-minded to it, just not necessarily. You don't have to be like, that's how it is, so I don't have to believe in God no more. But at least being open-minded to it. But the way I see it is, there's too much fucking evidence and there's too much controversy behind the topic of whether you're talking about the ancient world or fucking UFOs and all that stuff. There's too much cover-ups from the fucking government and all that stuff. There's too much fucking back fucking money for it and all that stuff. And there's too much shady shit and all that stuff. And there's all these stories that are coming from light. And there's video evidence. It's like, how can you not see that this shit is fucking real and it's on this earth and aliens are fucking among us and we have the fucking technology from other civilizations and all that stuff? It's like, how can you disprove that when there's so much for hundreds of years that we've had all this fucking evidence that piles up that shows that, hey, this shit is fucking real and it's fucking here, whether you want to believe it or not.
Yeah, well, there's more proof that Jesus, a man named Jesus, walked the earth, whatever you believe in him, right? That he walked the earth and he was a person.
Yep.
Than there is of a lot of things. There's more accounts and people talking about a person named that. So whether or not you believe in him as a religious topic, right? You can't say, oh, that's hogwash. The man never existed. The dude walked the fucking earth. It doesn't matter anything else you believe past that because we weren't there. We can't say. But the guy walked the earth. He's not just in the Christian Bible. He's in the Quran. He's in everywhere, bro. But that's where, the disconnect comes at. You get what I'm saying? So why can't we openly say, hey, you know what? It's a guy that existed. Let's openly talk about this. Because, again, dude, if aliens came, this is the number one reason I believe that the government will never, ever release this shit about the aliens fully. Because if it does, it crushes what you were just saying, Flames. It crushes everything that they've built onto us since the beginning. Religion, follow, be good to your neighbor, do this, do that, do this, right? If we find out that there's beings other than that, right? That crushes absolutely all of that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's because then they don't have the control anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it plays into. Yep. So that's my stance. Whether or not I'm not somebody who will ever tell somebody you're a Christian and you're wrong for believing that. Yeah. You're a Buddhist and you're wrong for believing it. I don't give a shit what you believe. You're right to believe whatever you want to believe until it infringes on somebody else's beliefs.
Well, I wholeheartedly believe that there was a Jesus and all that stuff. And I wholeheartedly believe that people lived, 5, 6, 1,000 years back in the ancient times and all that stuff. And I wholeheartedly believe that some of those people, whether if they're aliens or whatever, or maybe a whole different race of humans, had some kind of powers that, perceived that, way advanced than us,
Right. That's what they say the pyramids are, is Tesla coils.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, that's the general consensus. You know what I mean, right?
So they discovered those, what are they, like 11-meter fucking tall pillars in there? They're just wrapped in copper coils.
They're about to open one, though.
Yeah.
You know that, right? The very bottom tomb, they got a rover down there, not a person. It hasn't been open in thousands of years, and they're setting up to open it. And that's worth a Google for you guys to watch that open. Whether you believe in all that stuff or just archaeology, that's going to be one hell of a feat when they open that, because that's a tomb that no one has touched. It hasn't been.
Well, there's been a lot of those.
Yeah, there's been other. But a lot of them have been. But a lot of them have been raided.
Yeah.
Because of thieves, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Some of those other tombs in there have writing on them that say, hey, don't fucking open this or bad shit's gonna fucking happen. And then what we fucking do.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Open it. Why not? Let's see what's in that bitch, right? Yeah. What is it? 7 Deadly Sins? When Brad Pitt's like, what's in the box? That's the same thing. I gotta know what's in the fucking box, bro. Let me see what's in there.
I don't think we want to, though.
Yeah, I don't either.
If it's your fucking wife's head, then I don't know.
but I only got one chance at this fucking life, so let's see it. Fuck it. Like whatever. Yeah, right. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. No, that's all I really had. So. But it was.
Oh, did you see that the is it the Hubble? That's the old ass telescope, right? We sent fucking in the 70s.
Yeah, Hubble telescope.
Yeah. You just see it just left our solar system, right? So it left also the if y'all don't know, our sun creates a whole magnetic field that expands bigger than our solar system, right? And it also helps us protect our solar system and us from solar winds and all that stuff. So it's like we have Earth's magnetic field that protects us from the sun, and the sun has its shit that protects us from the fucking outer space and all that stuff. Well, Hubble telescope just broke that barrier and went past and beyond the fucking what we call interstellar space, right? And one of their sensors on there detects radiation and all that stuff. And so while it was in that force field of the sun, it was at like a minimum radiation. And then once it left that threshold, it fucking exponentially fucking spiked. And the scientists are like, it's like, we can't do interstellar travel because how do we block this massive radiation that's just polluting the fucking whole space? It's like what do we do? It's like how do we, we can't block it with tiles and all that stuff because that's gonna more weight for us to get it up into space and all that stuff. So it's like a whole different rewriting of like how do we fucking overcome this and all that stuff. And it's like, can we fucking space travel in 100 to 200 years and all that stuff? So it's a whole nother fucking hurdle we have to deal with.
Well, you know how much we have to deal with to get to, like, people don't realize how far Mars really is.
Oh yeah.
Like, our lifespan would be done before the time we got to Mars.
Yeah.
You could send an 18-year-old to Mars, and by the time he landed on Mars, he's like 60.
Yep.
Bro. Like, without cryo and all that other shit, right? But yeah.
I mean, it 7 days to get to the moon, and moving at like 25,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that's the fastest possible we can get there.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's so far away, dude.
Yeah.
Or here, I got one last question because this one I just realized when I saw my brother's name down there, we were talking about this. So, when they talked about we were supposed to have a time without gravity on Earth, right? That was all talked about, right? It was bullshit. That's all bullshit, okay? Because without gravity, we would all blah, blah, blah. But let me ask you this question in theory, and I don't know the answer to this. I didn't look this up. I could have Googled it or whatever else, right?
I have one more topic when you're done. One more topic.
But if there's zero gravity, right? Wind still exists, right? Because wind is the atmospheric change. So if we have zero gravity and my barbecue grill that weighs a fucking ton has zero gravity, right? It weighs nothing at that time, right?
Yeah.
If a gust of wind hits it, where does it go? Where do I go? If I'm talking like this, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck happens to you, dude?
Yep.
So like in zero gravity, and then the gravity comes back and your barbecue grill's over the top of you. Like you're done for, right? Like imagine that, bro. Like zero gravity. How do you control anything in zero gravity?
Right.
Like there is no control. And does wind still exist without gravity? And if not, why wouldn't it? And if so, why would it? I don't know the answer to this. This is this is one of those like moments when I was thinking about it. Like, so if everything in the earth right now, let's say in all of our rooms right now, it turned to zero gravity, everything's going to float up, right? But is there still my fan that's blowing over here? Is that still going to still blow in air? Or does it not have an effect anymore? Because if that blows something, everything's flying at my ass, right?
Is there a vacuum? Is there a vacuum?
What does that have to? But is there still a vacuum without gravity?
Who fucking knows?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who know? Like, how do you manipulate gravity enough? This conversation came up about being able to manipulate gravity because that's what the scientists are trying to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, and they say they're getting close, but we were saying how close are they really?
And all his stuff, and Element 115, and how it was manipulating
how close
gravity.
But like. So what happens though? What really happens without zero? Because so many of this shit from NASA, I feel like is fake.
Yeah, well, I'm sure some of it is.
But some of it definitely. But so without gravity, if I walk up to you and go, or if I float over to you or however, right? And I go with my breath, how far do you fucking fly? Because you can't stop yourself. There's nothing for you to grab a hold of.
Well, how are you getting to me if there's nothing to grab?
That's what I'm. But so does that air still exist? Is what I'm saying. So like, does my
I would
fan
say
hit me
if there's an atmosphere, then yes, it would have to exist.
Yeah, that's what I would think. I don't know.
But in a vacuum, in a sense of hard knowledge, what a vacuum is nothingness. In a vacuum, there's nothing inside the vacuum. So
yeah, that's what I mean. So without gravity, we become a vacuum. Then how do we breathe?
You got a Futurama that shit.
Yeah, that's what you got. Yeah, that's like so what I'm saying. Like I don't understand when they say we would lose gravity. people don't realize what would really happen. They just expect, ooh, I just flew for a little bit. Nah, dude.
Or do we all go fucking flying if the world stops fucking spinning?
Everything's done. Okay, man.
That's where we get our gravity from, you know, is the way the world spins and all that shit. It's like, why would we stop? We all just go flying?
Yeah. Well, what you got? What's your other topic there? What you got there?
What was it? Oh, so I watched a podcast on the fuck is his name? I guess that don't matter. The podcast, like he invites like it's all about space and UFO shits and all that stuff and like new technologies and everything. And there's a guy working for NASA that's doing experiments on static electricity and electro what's the name of it? It's electrostatic propulsion engines that he's working on. And what he's doing is taking voltages and converting them into a thrust. So he already has some videos of his the fuck did he call them? His essentially engines that he set on a scale. He put a fucking current when he did his little fucking thing and all that stuff. And it was showing like negative numbers, which negative is be pushing down on the weighing plate, and then he had positive number, which would be pushing up and all that stuff. And what he's describing is this is once they perfected and all that stuff is this is going to use next to no fucking energy, and it's going to produce a shit ton of thrust. And there's a point of where once you get it perfectly balanced, when you turn it off, it still creates some kind of thrust by itself. So what they're thinking is, if we be able to come interstellar and all that stuff, that would be a proportion that we would use to fucking, once we're in space, we turn those fuckers on, then we fly around space and do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. I mean, Tesla had this shit already. You know what I mean? Are you talking about the RS-25 engines?
No.
They're SLS boosters those are in Mississippi that run off of static electricity.
Hold on.
But then it goes straight to UFO and UAPs after that. So I can't fucking speak to that any more than asking that question. I mean, again, dude, Tesla already had and this is a proven point. I don't care what anybody says. Tesla had electricity that could travel, right? And it was free.
Yeah, I know that.
But if you ask the neighbor, right, and they don't believe in that shit, their mind is going to be so closed, they go, oh, no, that's not true. You know what I mean? But it happened. What happened to that technology, dude? Somebody's still using that shit, bro. That shit wasn't dead. They just couldn't tax us on it. They just couldn't make us money on it, bro. That's all that it comes down to with the Tesla stuff, bro. And you don't think that the government is using that technology still today? Fuck yeah, they are, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't use an energy source that you don't have to do anything to? He had a Tesla coil built in front of the house that he disappeared from.
Yep.
That was powering shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, and that's where I think like we get so far into conspiracy theories that everything becomes non-real, and that shit is 100% real. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
So, but anyway, I think it's the same thing with all the propulsion of the engines and all that shit, bro. I think we have more power than we think that we have. You get what I mean? Like, than us, me, you, anybody here could fathom.
Yeah.
I think the human race that we're still nothing compared to the universe. You know what I mean? I still feel that way.
100%.
But we have a whole lot more power than anybody could believe, dude. I think if they let out all the shit that we have, bro, I think that most 90% of public's heads would just pop, right? Like they would spontaneously just combust because they could not wrap their head around the fact that all this shit really existed, you know? Like they just couldn't, man, you know? But yeah, behind closed doors and special access programs, yeah, dude, yeah. 100%, bro. That's, dude, 1000%. If you think about this, the military or the government or the shit that's hidden behind doors is at least how many steps in front of us, right? And what do we have for consumer consumption? Times that by 10. That's what they have.
Yeah.
You can't fucking fathom it. You know what I mean? None of us can, bro. We can sit here and go about this you get what I'm saying? Like all night, we could all throw crazy ideas out there, right? Jetsons, all those different, even cartoons, all this shit, right? And that still would not, if they said, hey, yeah, we do have this, you'd be like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's just, it's the craziest shit, bro. Like cloaking technology, like all that stuff, man, you know?
Yep.
Went hiking without his eyeglasses. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about that guy. Yeah, dude. There ain't no way, bro.
I'm talking about is Charles Bueller.
Charles Bueller.
He's a former he works for NASA right now. He's doing all the static charging.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Like I said, man, and then I encourage people this, right? So like when I posted the clip, and I know I said the name wrong, right? To the game of Fallout 5 to the developers, right? But I do that shit. I have a bad brain. But anyway, people are like, well, where's your evidence? It's, there's Google at your fingertips, bro. Right? Yeah. Like it's worth a Google. It 100% is. Take a look at anything that we talk about and take it for what it's worth. Oh, yeah. Anything, including the relationships online stuff all the way up, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's worth to look into all of this stuff for yourself. A lot of my friends right now are looking into peptides, like that stuff, right? Oh, yeah. It's good to take a look into the shit for yourself. Do not take somebody else's word for anything these days. You know what I mean? Like I don't care how much I say I know about something. Look it up. Same thing with you know what I mean? You should always question. That's what makes us human. Question shit. But so, anyway.
Here is his engines. Which one is that? Is that it? That's it. So here's one of them. There's no talking or nothing, but yeah, you can see the thrust fucking pushing down on it right now, or lifting up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's silent too, and all that stuff. And that's one thing. The podcast guy that I watched, he Babazar met with this guy and all that stuff, and Babazar's like, yeah, that technology is like strangely fucking familiar to what they had on the UFOs that I worked on. The UFOs were fucking silent. This is silent and all that stuff. Uses hardly any fucking electricity or energy and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
Who fucking knows, man?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. All we can do is speculate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where, like I said, I tell people this all the time. You can call, even in science, right? It's all a theory. You can call it a conspiracy theory. You can call it a scientific theory. You can call it a mathematical theory. But they're all theories until they're proven right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think some of these
all works the
same
way.
Have been proven right,
Yeah.
And yeah,
for sure, man. For sure. It leaves a lot for thought, man. It leaves a lot for thought. But it was good. Any of you guys that are in here, again, Rebel's TikTok is on the description. Make sure you give them a follow. That's all I have. But anything else you guys got?
Anything you want to?
Any last thoughts? Anything that'll change our lives, like 1,000%? Any?
That's all I gotta say, man.
Any divine comments to leave us with? But no, man, it was good to have you. Sorry, we went off on a crazy topic there at the end.
So good.
Yeah, I guess that's keeping gaming weird, right? But
right.
But hell yeah, dude, it was good. It was definitely good to have your input on it. And I mean this 1,000%, dude. I did not put that topic in there because I knew that about you and the relationship. That was something that I ask all the time. Hey, give me some viral topics, right?
Yeah.
And it scrubs the AI that I have will scrub our YouTube page, and then it'll go, okay, these are some topics you might want to talk about. And the number one topic was online relationships, and I don't know why, but I went with it, dude. So I went with it. Like that was the number one topic, so I went with it. But hell yeah, but it was great, man. Yep. But if y'all don't have anything else, I don't have anything else.
Just watch out for aliens and zombies, and we're good, right?
Hell yeah! And wait, hold on. Like this one, hold on. Where's it at? Flames? Do you have it already? Where's the one? Don't sleep on your stomach. Here it is. Like this one.
Unless you have hit the like button, don't sleep on your stomach tonight.
Has everyone hit the like button yet? Or do we need to probe?
There you go. Don't sleep on your stomach and make sure you hit the like button. So,
you won't get your ass fucking raped.
Yeah. But anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out. Rebel, it was great to have you, man.
Yeah, brother.
It was, dude. Glad you could make it, man.
Yep.
Long time overdue.
Sorry we took away from your COD sweatiness for a little time to hang out.
I'm about to go back to it. Don't worry.
There you go, man.
About to give me some to eat after I get over here.
Yeah, man. All right, well, that's it. That's all I got to say. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And I don't know if we'll be back next Tuesday, but we'll put up a post or we'll come live, one of the 9.
Yeah, guys, appreciate all y'all coming out. Appreciate all the comments and everything, all the likes, guys. Appreciate y'all coming out and everything. Had a fucking blast like always. And we will catch y'all on the next one, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.
Later.
And that's a wrap on another episode of the Keeping Gaming Weird podcast. A massive thank you to all of you for plugging in and spending your time with us. We had a blast. We hope you did too. If you enjoyed the ride, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out when a new episode drops. It's the best way to support the show and keep the weirdness coming.